Have you ever noticed that some of the smartest retirees rarely talk about the financial moves they don't make? They'll happily tell you about traveling more, spending time with family, or finally picking up hobbies they never had time for during their working years. But when conversations turn to taxes and retirement accounts, they often become surprisingly quiet. One topic, in particular, keeps coming up in financial circles: Roth conversions. If you've spent any time reading retirement articles or watching financial videos, you've probably heard someone say, "Convert your traditional IRA to a Roth before it's too late." It sounds simple. Pay taxes now, enjoy tax-free withdrawals later. What's not to like? But here's what often gets left out of the conversation. Many financially successful retirees don't rush into Roth conversions. Some delay them. Some do only small, carefully planned conversions. And some avoid them altogether. Not because Roth conversions are bad. Not because financial advisors are wrong. But because they understand something many people don't. Sometimes, the smartest financial decision isn't the one everyone else is talking about. Today, we're uncovering the hidden reason many smart retirees choose to skip, or at least postpone, Roth conversions. And before this video ends, you'll understand why making the wrong move at the wrong time could quietly cost far more than most people realize. Let's start with why Roth conversions became so popular in the first place. For years, financial experts have praised Roth IRAs for one simple reason. Money inside a Roth account can grow tax-free, and qualified withdrawals during retirement are generally tax-free as well. That sounds incredibly attractive. Imagine never worrying about paying federal income taxes on those withdrawals again. It's no surprise that many retirees immediately think, "Why wouldn't I convert everything?" On paper, it seems like an easy decision. Move your money from a traditional IRA into a Roth IRA. Pay taxes now. Avoid taxes later. Simple. Except retirement rarely works that simply. Real life has a way of adding layers that calculators can't always capture. Consider someone who spent 40 years carefully saving for retirement. They retire at 65 with a comfortable nest egg. They've paid off their home. Their monthly expenses are manageable. Their pension covers part of their lifestyle, and withdrawals from retirement accounts fill in the rest. Financially, they're in a good place. Then they hear about Roth conversions. A friend tells them it's the smartest thing anyone can do. A headline says they'll regret not converting. Another video insists taxes will only go higher. Suddenly, they feel pressured. They start wondering if they've missed something. Should they convert everything this year? Should they move hundreds of thousands of dollars? Should they do it immediately before tax laws change? These are reasonable questions. But here's where smart retirees slow down. Instead of asking, "How fast can I convert?" they ask a different question. What will this conversion actually cost me today? That one question changes everything. Because a Roth conversion isn't free. Every dollar you convert from a traditional retirement account is generally treated as taxable income in the year you make the conversion. That's the part many people underestimate. Imagine adding a large amount of extra income onto your tax return in a single year. What happens? Your taxable income rises. Potentially. A lot. And once your income climbs, other pieces of your financial life can start changing too. This is where retirement planning becomes much more than simply comparing today's taxes with tomorrow's taxes. It's about understanding the ripple effect. Picture a calm lake. Drop a small pebble into the water. The splash isn't very big. But the ripples travel much farther than you expected. A large Roth conversion can work the same way. The taxes you pay may only be the first ripple. And that's exactly why experienced retirees often move much more carefully than headlines suggest. One of the biggest concerns is something many retirees don't fully appreciate until it happens. Tax brackets. The United States has a progressive tax system. That means different portions of your income can be taxed at different rates. If you convert too much in 1 year, you may push part of your income into a higher tax bracket than you expected. Now imagine someone converting a very large traditional IRA because they believe they're avoiding future taxes. Instead of paying moderate taxes over several years, they suddenly owe significantly more in the current year. The conversion accomplished its goal, but the tax bill became much larger than anticipated. That's not always a bad decision. In some cases, paying higher taxes now can absolutely make sense, especially if someone expects to be in an even higher tax bracket later. The problem is assuming that's true for everyone. Smart retirees know retirement is personal. No two financial situations are exactly alike. Some people have pensions. Others rely mostly on Social Security. Some have rental income. Others have taxable investment accounts. Some plan to leave assets to their children. Others intend to spend nearly everything they've saved. Every one of those details changes the equation. That's why the smartest retirees don't copy someone else's strategy. They build one around their own life. But taxes aren't the only surprise. There's another consequence that catches many retirees completely off guard. And it has nothing to do with their tax refund. It has to do with healthcare. Specifically, Medicare. Most people assume their Medicare premiums stay relatively stable during retirement. That's often true. Until income changes. Medicare uses income from previous tax returns to determine whether some retirees pay higher premiums. If your income jumps significantly because of a large Roth conversion, you may discover that your Medicare costs increase later because your reported income was much higher. Imagine thinking you're making one smart tax move, only to receive a notice months later showing higher healthcare premiums than you expected. For retirees living on carefully planned monthly budgets, surprises like that matter. A few $100s here. A few $1,000s there. Over time, those costs add up. And that's exactly why experienced retirees often avoid making emotional financial decisions. They know retirement isn't about finding one magical strategy. It's about protecting the lifestyle they've worked decades to build. Instead of chasing every popular financial trend, they focus on minimizing costly surprises. Sometimes that means converting smaller amounts over several years. Sometimes it means waiting until income is lower. And sometimes it means deciding that a Roth conversion simply isn't the right move for them at that moment. But here's where the story becomes even more interesting. Because taxes and Medicare aren't the only hidden pieces of this puzzle. There's another reason many smart retirees hesitate before converting, and it involves something almost every retiree depends on: Social Security. And for some people, that hidden interaction can make the decision even more complicated than they ever imagined. If you've made it this far, you can probably see why the smartest retirees don't look at Roth conversions as a simple yes or no decision. They understand that every financial move creates consequences, some obvious and some hidden. And one of those hidden consequences involves something millions of Americans depend on every month: Social Security. Many retirees assume that because they've already earned their Social Security benefits, those payments are completely separate from the rest of their retirement finances. But that's not always how it works. Depending on your overall income, a portion of your Social Security benefits may become taxable. Now, imagine adding a large Roth conversion on top of your existing retirement income. That additional taxable income could increase the percentage of your Social Security benefits that are subject to federal income tax. Once again, the Roth conversion itself isn't necessarily the problem. The issue is timing. Converting too much, too quickly, can create a chain reaction that many retirees never expected. This is why experienced retirement planners often think several years ahead instead of focusing on just one tax return. They're not asking, how much can I convert this year? They're asking, how can I minimize taxes over the next 20 years? That difference in thinking is enormous. Let's look at another example. Imagine two neighbors who each retire with the same amount saved. They both have traditional IRAs worth $600,000. They both receive Social Security. They both want to leave a little extra for their children. The first retiree hears that Roth conversions are the future. Without much planning, they convert a large portion of their IRA in 1 year. The tax bill is painful. Their taxable income jumps. Their Medicare premiums increase later. A larger portion of their Social Security becomes taxable. The following year, they realize they paid far more than they originally expected. The second retiree takes a different approach. Instead of rushing, they meet with a qualified tax professional and create a long-term plan. Rather than converting hundreds of thousands of dollars all at once, they spread smaller conversions over several years. Some years, they convert a little more. Some years, they convert nothing at all. Every decision is based on their current income, tax bracket, Medicare considerations, and future goals. By the end of several years, both retirees may have converted similar amounts. But the second retiree potentially avoided several unnecessary surprises simply because they were patient. Patience is a financial advantage that rarely gets enough attention. The media loves dramatic headlines. Do this now. Never do this. Act before it's too late. But retirement planning usually rewards careful decisions, not rushed ones. Another reason smart retirees sometimes avoid Roth conversions has to do with cash. Remember, when you convert money from a traditional IRA, you'll generally owe income tax on the converted amount. Ideally, those taxes are paid using money outside the retirement account. But not everyone has a large pile of cash sitting in a savings account to cover that tax bill. If someone has to withdraw additional retirement funds just to pay the taxes, they may reduce the amount that remains invested for future growth. That's another reason the decision deserves careful planning. Sometimes waiting another year gives someone more flexibility. Sometimes converting a smaller amount makes more financial sense. Again, there isn't one answer that fits everyone. Now let's talk about something that surprises many families. Inheritance. You've probably heard people say, convert everything to a Roth so your children won't have to pay taxes. While there can be estate planning advantages to Roth accounts, the decision is rarely that simple. Maybe your children are currently in lower tax brackets. Maybe your estate won't be large enough for taxes to become a significant concern. Maybe your own retirement security should come before maximizing an inheritance. The smartest retirees understand that taking care of themselves comes first. After all, you've spent decades working, saving, and making sacrifices to build your retirement. Protecting your own financial stability isn't selfish. It's responsible. And here's another truth that doesn't get enough attention. Nobody knows exactly what future tax laws will look like. You'll often hear people confidently predict that taxes will skyrocket. Others insist they'll stay relatively stable. The reality is much less certain. Tax laws change. Governments change. Economic conditions change. No one can guarantee what the tax code will look like 10 or 20 years from now. That's why the smartest retirees avoid making decisions based entirely on predictions. Instead, they make decisions based on facts they know today. They evaluate their current income, their expected future expenses, their health, their family situation, their charitable goals, their investment strategy. And then they build a plan around those realities, not around fear. So, does that mean Roth conversions are a bad idea? Absolutely not. In fact, for many retirees, a Roth conversion can be one of the most valuable financial strategies available. Someone who retires early but delays claiming Social Security may have several years of relatively low taxable income. That could create an ideal opportunity to convert portions of a traditional IRA at lower tax rates. Others may expect large required minimum distributions later in retirement and choose to gradually reduce those future withdrawals through carefully planned Roth conversions. Some retirees simply value the flexibility of having both taxable and tax-free accounts available during retirement. Those are all legitimate reasons to consider a Roth conversion. The key word is consider. Not assume. Not rush. Not blindly follow what worked for someone else. Financial success in retirement isn't about copying the loudest voice on the internet. It's about making decisions that fit your own circumstances. That's the hidden reason many smart retirees appear to skip Roth conversions. They're not rejecting the strategy. They're rejecting the idea that every strategy works for every person. They understand something that many people learn only after making an expensive mistake. The best financial decision is rarely the most popular one. It's the one that's right for you. Before making any major retirement tax decision, take time to understand the full picture. Look beyond the headlines. Ask questions. Run the numbers. Think several years ahead instead of just one. And whenever possible, discuss your situation with a qualified tax professional or financial advisor who understands retirement income planning. A single conversation today could save you thousands of dollars over the years ahead. Retirement isn't about finding shortcuts. It's about creating confidence. It's about knowing that every dollar you save through decades of hard work continues supporting the life you've dreamed about. Because in the end, the smartest retirees aren't the ones who make the most dramatic financial moves. They're the ones who make thoughtful decisions, stay flexible when circumstances change, and understand that protecting wealth is often more important than chasing the next perfect strategy. If you found this video helpful, let us know in the comments. Have you ever considered a Roth conversion, or are you still weighing your options? Your experience might help someone else who is facing the same decision. And if you enjoy straightforward retirement strategies explained in plain English, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. We post new videos every week to help you make smarter financial decisions, avoid costly retirement mistakes, and build the kind of financial confidence that makes retirement not just secure, but truly enjoyable. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.